Hello. So today I would like us to look at Etica Money Market Fund. I know there have been a lot of concerns about whether it is safe and why they are offering so much interest compared to others or to other money market funds. And today I would like to demystify that with some research about Etica Money Market Fund. I want us to go deeper into research and find out things like who owns the fund, their little history, the financial statements, we see how it has been performing. I will also go through step-by-step process of how to open the account and also how to withdraw from this account after depositing and earning some interest. You want to get to maybe to withdraw some cash, how to go about it. So first, let's look at a little background about and find out who is behind this Etica Money Market Fund. Is it really Saiton? We are going to find that out in a few. But before we do, please, just a very quick reminder, please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to my channel. It will help a great deal in pushing this video to the right people. Now, let's start with a fact about Etica. So did you know that Etica was initially involved in development of Money Market Fund? So for those who don't know, Money Market Fund is the Safaricom M-Pesa Money Market Fund, and yes, Etica was part of that project. So Mali was developed as a CMA sandbox project. Basically what this means is it was an experiment project to test whether low entry investment into money market fund could provide greater returns and open doors for everyday Kenyans. You know, those people who cannot afford putting away 1,000 Kenya shillings at a go every month, yes? So before Mali, the minimum amount you could start investing in a money market fund was 1,000. So they tested with 100 Kenya shillings as entry, and it was a success. After the success of Mali, that's when Etica was given a go-ahead to launch Etica Money Market Fund, and they started offering 100 Kenya shillings as the entry point to money market fund investment. And I think this is a very cool thing to do, because now this brings in financial inclusion, so that anyone, even those who can afford 100 Kenya shillings to invest, they can do so and start earning some interest. That is very cool and very innovative of them. So I think before we proceed, it's good to mention that this video is just based on my research. It is not sponsored, and it is research about this Etica Money Market Fund, and it's going to help us navigate through this investment and see if it's something that we can invest in. So this is my research and my opinion on the fund, and a reminder, it's always good to do a little research on the company that you want to invest in. Please don't invest in a company that you have not researched on, you have not done some research. Make sure that you do some research before investing in whatever you want to invest in. Okay, that being said, let's look at some little history and the founders of Etica Money Market Fund. So Etica is very new. It was founded in July 2021 by two co-founders, that is Maurice Oduor and Jeremiah Chunge as co-founders. And now let's us look at who are these men. We are going to start with the Chief Executive Officer, that is Maurice Oduor. So he's the Chief Executive Officer of Etica Capital Limited, and I think it's good to mention that he's the reason why people especially in the social media, have seen this several times, that Etica is owned by Saiton, and this is because Maurice Oduor is a former employee of Saiton, and he was a senior investment manager at Saiton Investment Management Limited. So he worked at Saiton before launching Etica. So I think it is correct to say that Etica and Saiton are two separate entities. They're not the same. I think people confuse it because they know the Chief Executive Officer worked at Saiton, but he is a former employee of Saiton. He doesn't work there anymore. Now that we have that on clear, Maurice Oduor has extensive experience in investment management, financial analysis, and strategic planning. He has worked for companies like Saiton, Britam, and others. You can do more background check on that and find out his role and how good he is to manage this company, Etica. Yes. So we can now go to Jeremiah Chunge. He's the co-founder and the chief technology officer at Etica Capital Limited. He has a very strong background in technology and human resource, and he was he developed the Money Market Fund in partnership with Safaricom, of course, Safaricom M-Pesa. And he has won various technologies awards since 2018. And one of his most notable work was when he successfully managed the 100% cloud migration of Genki's Capital Investment Bank technology infrastructure in just a single day. So we have seen the founders of Etica Money Market Fund or Etica Capital Limited, and you can go a little deeper into the research, but for now we will leave it at that. So if you like, you can even go deeper than what we have done now, because you have the basics. And just a reminder, we are reviewing Etica Money Market Funds. Etica Capital Limited, they have other products they offer, and this video does not speak to those other investment. If you're interested in any of the other product that Etica Capital Limited offer, make sure that you do some research about it before investing in it. All right, let's now look at how Etica Money Market Fund have been performing since it was founded. And given that Etica is new, I would say that it has quickly made waves in the investment community. And since its inception, Etica Money Market Fund have grown into one of the top performers among Kenyan money market fund. And if you have seen the list, I'm very sure that you have seen Etica Money Market Fund somewhere at the top there. Right? It has been offering an impressive average return of around 17.6% per annum as of now September 2024, which is just last month, and their returns are benchmarked with 91-day T-bill plus 1%, which explains why they give higher returns to the investors. And this is public information, and you can get it in their website, and I'm also going to show it here. They have and as you can see, they have a management fee of 2% per year, and also they do daily compounding. According to Etica, the aim of the fund of Etica Money Market Fund is to maximize returns while keeping capital safe, which I think is very nice, because they are maximizing returns. They are giving you higher interest rates, given that it's 91-day T-bill plus 1% benchmarked on that. According to Etica financial statement, as at December 2023, they had a total asset size of 105.8 million Kenyan shillings. And I believe due to the popularity of the fund and how the reviews that they are getting in the social media, we might see an increase in this number in the end of this year, 2024. So Etica Money Market Funds invest primarily in government securities, which are short-term bills and bonds, which makes up to 49% of their portfolio. This is followed by 39% in fixed deposits, 9% in unlisted securities, and the remaining 2% in cash deposits, just to make sure that you're getting your cash when you need it. So I thought it's also good to include this here. According to Etica 2023 financial statements, Etica earned approximately 3.3 million Kenya shillings in investment income and achieved a profit of 2.6 million Kenya shillings for that year. Now that we know how Etica is performing, let's look at its licensing and regulations. And I think this is the most important part of any money market fund, and it's always good to look into this. So Etica is licensed and regulated by the Capital Market Authority, and you can find them in the list of fund managers in the Capital Market Authority website. And they have Cooperative Bank, which serves as their trustees, meaning they make sure that Etica follows the guideline and regulations set by the CMA when they are making the investment for the investors. Yes. Then Equity Bank are their custodians, basically meaning they hold the money for Etica. And now the role of Etica remains to follow the guidelines and to identify best places to put your money and also earn you great interest or great returns. So with this, we know that the fund is licensed and they follow the regulations as set by CMA. There are always auditors to make sure that this is done in the right way. So far so good. If you have not liked the video or subscribed yet, please take a second to like and also subscribe. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that a lot. And yeah, this part, I really, really like this part where I want to talk about which money market fund to put. I hope that is the right English. Which money market fund, which money to put in Etica Money Market Fund. This is my advice to you, and it's basically what I would do if I was a beginner, based on my research, and it's also what I'm doing. And for those who already have an account, you also need to consider this because it's very important. It prevents you from losing your money. I'll just give you examples to make it easier for you, and this is what financial goals should look like. Yes? Okay. This is how I would approach it. First, just a caution. Never ever ever put all your eggs in the same basket, no matter how safe that funds look. Okay, every investment has some level of risk, and how smart people mitigate this is not by avoiding the investment, is by diversification. So you have your short-term and long-term goals, right? So for short-term goals, I would put in an Etica Money Market Fund account. This is basically because Etica is quite new in the market, but at the same time, I have seen the reviews. The reviews in social media, in the application, they have excellent customer service. They have a great app. They are very transparent, and on top of that, they have great returns, and they do daily compounding. I wouldn't wish to miss this. So I would want a portion of my investments to be in Etica. So for my short-term goals, which are things like a portion of my emergency fund, if we are in a chama, for example, and maybe we are planning to go visit someone's parents in December or this festive season, we can put some cash there. Or in a chama, we want to maybe buy a property in a year's time, we would put this money there so that it can be earning us some interest as we contribute towards that goal. And then something else that maybe would look like a short-term goal is like, for example, I need to buy some furniture in the house, or kitchen appliances. Let's take an example of maybe a washing machine which costs like 60,000 Kenya shillings, and I know I can only afford like maybe 5,000 Kenya shillings a month. I cannot afford 60,000 at a go. So what I would do, I would be putting these 5,000 Kenya shillings a month in an Etica Money Market Fund, and after 1 year, I will have the full amount and some interest on top of that. And the best part of this is it doesn't limit me to the 5,000 Kenya shillings that I'm charging for every month. Even if I get 100 bob per day, I can be putting that amount in that money market fund, and it will continue earning me some interest. And don't forget about the daily compounding. You are earning interest on interest. So that is something else that I would really want to take advantage of. Also, you can put maybe school fees for next year. I know that we are in the festive season. We are approaching the festive season. December is nearly here, and we all know how much we spend during December, all the festive seasons, and sometimes we might even consume the school fees. Don't do that. So you can take that amount of school fees that you want to pay for school fees for next year, put it in Etica Money Market Fund, and then before then it will be earning you some interest. Now before January, maybe you have 2, 3, 4 kids in high school, in campus, make sure that you put that money on. So the fund is also awesome. I have a friend who receives tips in their places of work, and I introduced them to Etica Money Market Fund. And for tips you receive, like maybe sometimes you receive 100 bob in a day, some other days you receive 1,000 bob, some other days you receive 200, it depends. So you can make a challenge that you will be putting all the tips in a money market fund, and then you can buy something that you have been eyeing for a long time, or something that you wanted to buy, or you are looking forward for. You can be putting that cash there, and then you buy that afterwards. The good thing with this fund is its flexibility and steady returns, and it makes it perfect for short-term goals. And something else, remember to revisit or reinvest as your needs evolve. And guys, please don't get me wrong. I didn't say that you cannot invest long-term with Etica Money Market Funds. I'm just saying, for beginners, you can start with short-term goals. Then as you build trust with the company, and after assessing their credibility, you can move to long-term goal investing in that company. But don't forget, do not put all your eggs in the same basket. Whether you have assessed the company or you're sure about the company or not, please don't put all your eggs in the same basket. Remember to diversify. So far so good, and it's time to open the account now. I think we should take a break here. I will make a part 2 for a step-by-step on how to open and withdraw from Etica Money Market Fund. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching. I think we should